time I close my eyes, every time I close my eyes, every time I close my eyes.
Yes, guys, good evening. How is everybody? Hope everyone's doing really, really well. Thank you for joining me once again, guys. This is a preview looking at the Derby County game for tonight's game in the Carabao Cup. Also, we'll have a bit of FSG talk as well, but I hope everyone is doing well today, guys. Big up to everyone in the chat already. Much love, much love. Guys, please don't forget to smash that like button as soon as you enter the video, guys. I would appreciate it. Smash the like button. As soon as you enter the video, that light is right in my eyes. Thank you very much for all joining me once again, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you for everyone joining me last night. I know it was a late one last night, but I do appreciate it, guys. Thank you very much. And don't forget, guys, we're on the way to 3K. 3K is almost here, so please subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. I have a lot of people that watch the channel on the daily, man, and they don't subscribe. So if you don't subscribe, why have you not subscribed? Let me know in the chat. But if you have today, please put a thumb up in the chat if you have subscribed and you're new today. I would appreciate it, and I will shout you out. A big up to everyone in the chat. Thank you very much right now for joining me. Already 30 people in here. Smash the likes. Let's get out to 30 as well. Yeah, much love, guys. Much love to everyone in here. Let's just say a big hello to everyone in here. First off, Oscar in the house. How you doing, my friend? Hello. How do you feel? I'm good, man. I'm good. Big up my man 6 times. How are you? Big up Ryan, Indian Scouser in the house, guys. Remember, check out his channel. Check him out. Big up Panoff. How you doing, my man? Hello, Jamie. Hope you and the family good. We're decent, man. We're decent. Yes, Ryan, hit the like. Big up the chat. Stream Elements doing their thing. Big up Stephen. How you doing? A lot of people in the chat already. Don Van Dyke, how you doing, my man? How you doing? Hello, Jamie. Good news. FSG are going. Don, where were you yesterday? Al Jam Phillips football chat. Oh, can you imagine? Bailey, how you doing, my man? Hope you're doing well. G-Man in the house. American owners again, pain. We're going to talk about it. Stephen, how you doing, mate? How you doing? That's it. Hit the like and subscribe for your new peeps. Big up John Moore. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Leverson, Gumben, already loads in the channel. Ravi, how you doing? Yeah, it's going to be a good game tonight. Good game. Missed you last night, Jay. Didn't know you were going to be on, but watched it today. Big up panel. Thank you. Appreciate it, my man. Yeah, it was a spur of the moment thing, shall we say. Spur of the moment thing. So, guys, there's been some news today, believe it or not. You know, there's been some news. Now, what do we take from this news? I'm not sure what we take from it. But so a lot of stuff is coming out at the moment, guys, that a certain somebody is going to be maybe the new owner of Liverpool Football Club. And it's someone probably none of us want. So let me just share this with you. Let's get this FSG talk out of the way, and then we'll get into the game. So let's get this up. We should have come up. There we go. So this has been touted quite a lot. So the rumoured Liverpool buyer Steve Paluca has a net worth of estimated at $3 billion. Currently owns a 55% stake in Sierra side Atalanta, which basically means he owns them at 55%. Owns NBA side Boston Celtic. Now, I don't know anything about basketball, so I don't know about that. Co-chairman of Bain Capital and former Burger King director. He looks like someone who likes a Burger King. And is familiar with some of the guys in the FSG group. Now, the problem with this guy taking over, I would rather keep FSG. I really would. I said this to 6 times in Twitter today. If he was the guy to take over, I'd actually rather keep FSG. FSG are going to put more money into the club than he probably will. And the problem is, as you can see, his net worth is only $3 billion. Apparently, FSG. Now, I don't know if you guys have heard this, but FSG are willing to accept a deal now for Liverpool around the $3 billion mark. So Forbes has Liverpool listed as around 4.5 billion estimated worth in US dollar, that is. But rumours are FSG are willing to accept $3 billion up front for Liverpool Football Club. Now, this guy is a wrong un. He's a wrong un. I don't want him anywhere near our football club. I've been reading about this guy. He is basically he's basically what the guys at Man United are doing. I don't want this guy at our football club. He would put in less money than FSG. You might as well just keep FSG, guys. You might as well just keep FSG. You might as well keep FSG because this guy is a joke. He's no different to the Glazers. As you can see, his estimated worth is $3 billion. So in other words, he'd have to take out loans to buy Liverpool Football Club. So in other words, if he bought Liverpool Football Club, Liverpool be saddled in a lot of debt, aka like Man United are with the Thingy family, the Glazer family, exactly the same way. Liverpool being hundreds of millions of pounds worth of debt from the off. And he's not going to put his money in his pocket. Like, we moan about FSG not doing it. Yeah, this guy's just as bad. This guy's worse. FSG being an American business company, they go have a lot of friends, American friends, in similar kinds of business like he is. Now, when they're going to be selling the club, they might be looking at someone like him because he's known to them, he's an associate of them. He is in the same kind of business as them. He owns a basketball side. He owns a Sierra side at Atlanta. So there's a business model there that is more forehead than hope. Cav. So there's a thing there that I'm confused. I'm a bit worried that this guy takes the club. There is another room, like he owns at Atlanta. So apparently, I don't know the rules, but apparently you can't have 2 champions. UEFA says you can't have 2 clubs in the Champions League that are owned by the same person. Now, I don't know what that rule is true or not because there's 2 Red Bull teams. There's 2 Red Bull teams in the Champions League. But from what I'm reading and gathering by that is, though, the Red Bull teams are owned by a franchise and not a particular individual person. So he would be an individual person owning 2 clubs. So I don't know if it could work. But yeah, this is the one making the news at the moment because let's face it, the Spirit of Shankly Group would rather they sold to another American, I think. I don't think this. I'd like to talk to someone from the Spirit of Shankly group. I'd love to get someone on the channel from the Spirit of Shankly group just to chat to them about what they want for the club as well, because we know they don't want state ownership. They're very worried about that. I'm not sure. I hope this one ain't. Yeah, I think this geezer's nasty, man. You just got to read about him. I think the geezer's nasty. Myself. I don't think he's that nice of a fella. But there is a lot of rumours that look. Right, so I've been given the so I can show you guys something. So, guys, I'm going to show you something. Someone's come back to me and said I can. So, guys, I'm going to show you something now as well. So I'm going to take this off, and I've got something for you guys to listen to. So these are from, this is an American podcast. They said I can show you this, guys. So this is an American podcast. They know more than I do about this sort of thing. So I want you guys to listen to this. They've gave us the so we can listen in. Right, everyone listen to this, guys. Let me just turn this up.
We're like, you're in year 20. You got to figure it out because your window is closing fast.
So that's what I wanted to switch to is Liverpool. And you're going to say, what does this have to do with the NBA? Liverpool announces that they're getting sold, or the owners of Liverpool, Fenway Sports Group, also own the Red Sox. They own Liverpool. They own some other stuff as well. They're selling Liverpool. And the only reason they're really selling Liverpool is, one, they can't compete with oil money because nation states are running football, whatever. That's a different story. But they're selling Liverpool to pay for their expansion NBA team in Vegas. Who do you think is a part of FSG Sports Group? That is LeBron James. LeBron James is the part owner of Liverpool. He's in the investment group with them. He's already mentioned it on his show, The Shop, probably the worst show of all time.
He just came out in the press conference and said, hey, Adam Silver, let me own the team. Let me own the team in Vegas. Remember he said that in the press conference before the season?
Exactly. So he's going to be playing for whatever the Vegas team's name is. He's going to be on this Vegas team in whatever 2025. Playing with
That's
Bron.
what I'm thinking. He will be on the inaugural team whenever it happens, just to get those tickets sold, get that marketing up, get people to flock to fandom, get all those bronzexuals, to build a fan base. Honestly, is what it is, and it's going to work. He's going to be 43 years old, and he's going to play one last year on the inaugural season of that Vegas team, and it's going to be a marketing genius. Then he's going to go into ownership and ride off into the sunset. It's going to be genius.
Yep, and Fenway Sports Group, the only reason that's why they're selling Liverpool. Liverpool's a cash cow. They're making so much money with Champions League and Premier League TV money coming in. It's just billions of dollars coming in. Why sell it? The only reason to sell it is you got to use that $5 billion you're going to make from Liverpool towards the Las Vegas NBA team, and it's all but confirmed now.
How soon? Okay, I want to ask you this: how soon do you think they announce it? Not actually put it in motion, but announce it.
I think they would announce it by next summer that there's a
really that soon.
Team. Yeah, I think it's going to be announced very soon. I think it's already probably all but done.
It lines up. They were pushing the Seattle Pro-Am, Jamal Crawford's Pro-Am, so hard over the summer. People playing in it. They're pushing it on the NBA app heavy. I think they're kind of.
So big up to the guys from Carter Cast. Thank you very much, guys. I appreciate the guys from Carter Cast. Thank you. Guys, go and check out their channel if you like anything to do with American sport, basketball, NBA, American football, whatever it is, they cover it over there. So go and check them out, guys. Please do them a favor because they gave me the courtesy and letting me show that on the channel today. So I appreciate it. Things there I didn't know. So what they're saying is FSG are basically selling Liverpool Football Club to buy an NBA team in Las Vegas. So there's going to be a Vegas NBA team. I don't know anything about it, right? So that's basically why they're selling Liverpool Football Club, because they want to fund their new venture of getting this Vegas NBA team. And because LeBron James is a stakeholder in Liverpool Football Club as well, don't forget. He is very invested as well to join this Vegas NBA team that is going to be owned by FSG. So when you look at it, and if they want to get that effort, and what them guys at Carter Cuffs are saying there, basically, if they want to get this Vegas NBA team up and ready, they're going to have to make a sell quick, because they're saying it could be ready by next summer. So this Vegas NBA team could all be ready by next summer. So in that case, they have to sell Liverpool Football Club quite quickly to get the money to get everything started in their NBA team, in their new franchise out in Vegas. Now, and that is why they're looking at that guy. FSG might be looking at that guy from America who's known to them, because then they can sell quickly and get moving to get their franchise going. That's the thing. That's what's going on here, guys. Let me just get up for you one more time. So that is what's going on by the look of it. Let me just get this up one more time for you guys. So I've been doing my own work. I've been doing my own work on this. So Steve Peluga. If FSG want to get their NBA Las Vegas franchise up and running by next summer, they need to sell Liverpool quite quickly, because that money's going to be used, the funding from that into that. Now, to sell something quite quickly, it does help if you know somebody like a Steve Beluga who can put the money in for Liverpool Football Club and buy our club. Now, this is where I got the issue. I don't want this guy. I don't want this guy at all. At all. He will bleed us dry, guys. He will bleed us dry. I'd rather keep FSG. He's going to put us straight in debt. And when I mean debt, I mean serious debt. It will be the hundreds of millions, because he's only worth 3 billion. You know, his value, his estimated net worth is less than what Liverpool Football Club is to buy. So he's going to have to take out big loans. Big loans go against the club. So that will have to go against the club. Big loans will go against the club. And he'll basically do what the Glazers do. The Glazers could sell Man United tomorrow for £100 million. And they would make £100 million profit, because they haven't put anything into the football club. It's going to be the same here. He will just get loans that go against Liverpool Football Club. You know, he will make just pure profit from Liverpool Football Club, because he'll just use loans against the club. I don't want anyone using loans against our football club. We can't stand for this. We can't stand for it, guys. This is what we can't do. We can't have it. We can't have a bloke, a person take over our football club that's going to put loans against our club to buy. Basically what Hicks and Gillette did. They couldn't afford Liverpool. They put loans against the club. That's why we always went into administration, because they couldn't afford to pay the loans back. They couldn't afford to pay the loans back. So if he takes over Liverpool Football Club, it's going to be big loans against the club. He can't. And then, is he going to invest into the football club? It's very doubtful. I've been reading up about him as well. He don't really invest in any of his things. Scouser says, no, not this whopper. Look, I don't mind American ownership if it's done properly. Yeah, American ownership can be fine, but not this sort of ownership. I don't want him anywhere near our football club. Anywhere near it, guys. I don't want that geezer anywhere near us. Nowhere near us. I don't want loans on our football club. No matter what you say against FSG, right? On the pitch, right, you can say, you know, people can make up their mind what FSG have done, yeah? Off the pitch and in the background, we're sound. No debt. They've improved the stadium, improved the training facilities, improved the infrastructure around the club. We're quite a well-run club. We can't lie about that. We're not like a badly run football club behind the scenes. We're a well-run football club, yeah? My problem is they leave, right? He comes in, takes over our football club, and automatically puts us in hundreds of millions of dollars of debt. Does anyone here want $100 million of debt? I don't want that anywhere near our football club, guys. That is a massive problem. It's a massive problem. I think where people are forgetting as well. Look, we're all getting excited. I was excited and hyper yesterday. We had a bit of fun on the show yesterday, but today I actually sat down and actually thought about it. You know, I actually sat down and saw it and thought about it today. You know, Liverpool Football Club are being sold for around £4.5 billion, but apparently FSG are willing to listen to 3 billion. Now, if that's the truth, if FSG are willing to listen now to bids of $3 billion, then why did they turn down a $3 billion bid over 18 months ago from DIC? DIC tried to buy Liverpool 18 months ago and try to put in a $3 billion bid, but FSG turned it down. Now, news out this morning, especially out in America on the Boston Globe, is that FSG are willing to walk away from Liverpool for $3 billion. For $3 billion. Exactly what DIC offered 18 months ago. Now, I'm a little concerned about that because I'm like, why do they want sort of like a quicker sale? Why do they want a quicker sale? You know, when you bring the price down, if Forbes magazine has you listed as $4.5 billion, well, that's what you want, yeah? If you want a quick sale, you bring the value down you bring your value of your investment down. So bringing it from $4.5 billion to $3 billion is $1.5 billion down. That's a lot of money. And that's a quicker sale. And why? They want to get their NBA Las Vegas franchise up and moving by next summer. So in other words, they don't want all this to hang around. They don't want to sell this football club hanging around for too long. They want it done and gone, so they can get their NBA Las Vegas franchise hitting the road. And LeBron James is in with them on it. LeBron James is in with them on it. He's going to be like 32, 34 or something like that by the time. And he wants to play a year or so with the new Vegas franchise under FSG. So it is a little worrying. That is a little worrying. It is a little worrying. I know they said they turned it down for the ESL. I mean, that is fair enough. That is fair enough. I mean, if you look at the European Super League now and the way football is going, maybe we should have just done the European Super League. Do you know what I mean? But it's is he 37 right now? So he'd be 38. That's what it's looking like to me. FSG want a quicker sale. That's why they're going $3 billion instead of the 4.5. They want a quicker sale so they can get their NBA Las Vegas franchise off and going. It's quite a worrying time, actually. It's actually more of a worrying time now to be a Liverpool fan than it was 24 hours ago. I'm telling you right now. It's actually a little bit more worrying than it was 24 hours ago. I was all happy 24 hours ago. I'm thinking, right, state-owned club is obviously state-owned, you know, it's Liverpool Football Club. It's one of the biggest franchises in sport, not football. It's on its own, in sport in general. It's a worldwide franchise. And I'm thinking, one of the, a Dubai group or the Kuwaiti groups or something like that will pick Liverpool up. And then we got money. Yeah. Now, when I found out all this news today about FSG wanting to kickstart their NBA Vegas franchise, I don't think there's ever been one. So they want a Vegas NBA franchise. So they need to get that up and running. LeBron James is in with them on doing it. You come down from 4.5 billion to willing to accept 3 billion. It's a little worrying. It's a little worrying. The only other thing I can think about is that if this is the case, I'd just like FSG just stay. If this is the case, just stay. I'd rather with the devil I know than the devil I don't. Do you know what I mean? I'd rather keep the devil I do than the devil I don't. And the thing with FSG, behind the scenes, we're a well-run club. We ain't got to worry about debt. We ain't got to worry about bank loans. We ain't got to worry about going into administration and stuff like that. We're well-run. Yeah, we don't put enough money into transfers and wages and stuff like that, so we're falling behind on the playing field. But this guy, we're going to fall further behind on the playing field and be worse behind the scenes. And they have no money, no investment, nothing behind the scenes. It's a bit worrying. That's all I'm saying. It's a little worrying if you ask me. I'm a bit concerned about it, I've got to say. I ain't going to lie. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you guys. I'm a little concerned about it. Because we've gone through it before. We're too big of a club to go through this again. When we're gone. We're too big of a club to go through this again, guys. We really are. And I don't want to go through it again. So you see him kind of say, exactly, Jamie, don't make sense. Jamie hadn't had he even put in a bid. Is that guy only just say rumor? Yeah, it's just rumors at the moment. But my God, it's the biggest rumor. It's the biggest rumor going around at the moment, and that's what's the scary thing all about it, guys. It's literally the biggest rumor around at the moment, and that worries me. I ain't gonna lie. That worries me. I don't want Rich Jones. I want Rich Jones. We won't get left behind. Double Whopper Man and SOS out now. Big up John Conway doing the game is already falling into rig territory. These businessmen models simply can't compete. Yeah, big up Alternative. How you doing? How strong are these links with the Dubai group? Look, there's rumours and links to everyone at the moment. My worry is, I think FSG. This is my worry about it. With FSG, I think they will take in a lot of advice from a lot of people around the club as well. I literally do think they will take a lot of advice from people around the club. So the Spirit of Shankly group, I think they would be more up for this than they would be for DIC taking over. Jurgen Klopp will leave this football club if DIC take over. He has to. He'll have no choice. Thing with Jurgen Klopp has come out and been very, very outspoken about state-owned football clubs. He's been very, very outspoken about the World Cup in Qatar. Could Jurgen Klopp literally sit there and be the face of Liverpool Football Club if Liverpool got state-owned? That's another issue. Jurgen Klopp would leave, in my opinion. He would have to, because he wouldn't want to be seen as that massive hypocrite. And he is the face of the football club. You know, he's the face of the football club. And I think Klopp would leave. I literally do. Klopp is very, very tight with FSG as well. Let's not forget this, guys. Jurgen Klopp is extremely tight with FSG. Very close to them. They're all pals. They all get on. You know, state ownership comes in. Klopp's gone, man. Klopp's gone. There's no doubt about it. It's actually a lot more worrying than our first thought 24 hours ago. Let's bring Baz in. How you doing, Baz?
How you doing, Jamie? Big up, my things.
Yeah, all good, mate. All good.
Lovely, lovely. Sorry, I'm not going to lie. I've just been out and about, and I've just catched this up to this bit, so I'm not sure what's going on.
Oh, you're all right, you're all right. So basically, I'll show everyone again. So everyone who is new anyway, I will show this video once again, guys. Let me just get this up because there's a bit of a worrying trend going on right now. And I think we actually have to take it quite seriously. Let me get this up one more time, guys. Oh, God's sake, it's damn adverts. Hate adverts on YouTube. Big up everyone. He can't be against it. We're training in guitar. Yeah, well, I'm telling you, I think he will walk. Jamie, if I had to choose between DRC and Klopp, I love Klopp, but I'd have to pack his shit by myself. Jesus. He won't go, Jamie. I know everyone's saying he won't go and stuff, but he has been the biggest. If you think of all the managers in this league, he talks about it more than any of them. And he is the face of this club.
Do you think, though, Jamie, that he's just saying things because he has to say things on camera?
I mean, sometimes you don't have to say it. He's very, I mean, Klopp is very honest. They ask him, he just got to say it. Like he tells them all the time. They ask him a question, he goes, you guys don't want me to answer this because, you know, I'm just going to answer it honestly. And he answers it honestly. This is the problem. He is the face of the club. He's going to be the biggest hypocrite. And will he want to be that as well at the same time? We have to, I mean, people might not think it's much of a thing, but we actually got to think of that. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, that Klopp's the manager, but he isn't the club. You know, we move on and things like that. But yeah, so this is the video I was talking about. My man,
let's have a look.
My guys let me said I can use their video, so big up to them as well. They're Americans. It's a Carter cast, so they do everything American sport, but they got a bit more knowledge into things than we have. So I'll play it.
You know, you're in year 20. You got to figure it out because your window is closing fast.
So that's what I wanted to switch to is Liverpool. You're going to say, what does this have to do with the NBA? Liverpool announces that they're getting sold, or the owners of Liverpool, Fenway Sports Group, also own the Red Sox. They own Liverpool. They own some other stuff as well. They're selling Liverpool. And the only reason they're really selling Liverpool is, one, they can't compete with oil money because nation states are running football, whatever. That's a different story. But they're selling Liverpool to pay for their expansion NBA team in Vegas. Who do you think is a part of FSG Sports Group? That is LeBron James. LeBron James is the part owner of Liverpool. He's in the investment group with them. He's already mentioned on his show, The Shop, probably the worst show of all time.
He just came out in the press conference and said, hey, Adam Silver, let me own the team. Let me own the team in Vegas. Remember he said that in the press conference before the season?
Exactly. So he's going to be playing for whatever the Vegas team's name is. He's going to be on this Vegas team in whatever 2025. Playing with
That's
LeBron.
what I'm thinking. He will be on the inaugural team whenever it happens, just to like get those tickets sold, get that marketing up, get people to flock to fandom, get all these bronzexuals, you know, to build a fan base. Honestly, is what it is, and it's going to work. He's going to be 43 years old, and he's going to play one last year on the inaugural season of that Vegas team, and it's going to be a marketing genius. He's going to go into ownership and ride off into the sunset. It's going to be genius.
Yep, and Fenway Sports Group. The only reason that's why they're selling Liverpool. Like Liverpool's a cash cow. They're making so much money with Champions League and Premier League TV money coming in. It's just billions of dollars coming in. Why sell it? Only reason to sell it is you got to use that $5 billion you're going to make from Liverpool towards the Las Vegas NBA team, and it's all but confirmed now.
How soon? Okay, I want to ask you this: how soon do you think they announce it? Not actually put it in motion, but like announce it.
I think they would announce it by next summer. That there's a
really that soon?
Game. Yeah, I think it's going to be announced very soon. I think it's already probably all but done.
It lines up. They were pushing the Seattle Pro-Am, Jamal Crawford's Pro-Am, so hard over the summer. People playing in it. They were pushing it on the NBA app heavy. I think they're kind of laying the foundation. Like, okay, let's get this ball rolling. Let's see what the NBA interest still is in Seattle. Obviously, it's still very high in Seattle. Even they should never have lost the team anyways.
That guy. So, and then the small. Oh, I just got rid of Baz. And then this morning you hear that Liverpool are now willing to accept $3 billion for Liverpool Football Club. And so Fenway Group are very interested by what them guys say over there at Carter Cast. Go and check them out, guys. If you like anything American sport, I'll put a link in later for them. And they want to start a Vegas NBA side. So they need the capital now. That is why they're willing to sell Liverpool Football Club. LeBron James is obviously a stakeholder in Liverpool Football Club. Is part of this as well. He wants to be part of the Vegas NBA team, as they just said there. They have pro-ams and all that. So it's all been in discussions and everything that, like they were just saying. And now you hear this morning as well that FSG are willing to now sell the club for $3 billion, which when Forbes tells you your company's worth $4.5 billion and you're willing to come down by $1.5 billion, that means they're trying to do a quick sale. They want the money to get this franchise in NBA moving, which means they don't care who they sell to.
Yeah, that's a worry on its own. Just that, they could be selling it to anyone, which is quite scary. You know what I mean? But at the same time, at least they're not keeping us for that long, in the sense of, like, we can clearly see their priorities are elsewhere. And in some cases, some people would just be looking for investors and still keep a little stake in the club. Now, personally, I think if they do sell, and I'm hoping it is a full sell to someone that can obviously, bring us back to glory days and stuff like that, I think it's, to be honest with you, I'm actually happy. I'm actually happy that they are selling. But the $100 million dollar question is, who will they have the right intentions? And I mean, I saw your comment on one of the other streams yesterday. You didn't want to state owning Liverpool, and obviously you're entitled to your opinions. We're all entitled to our opinions, and I can see why. But at the same time, I think we just need somebody. We do need somebody that's going to push us up there. I don't want to be part of like 10, 20 different people that own little stakes in it, because everyone's going to have different opinions. And you see what's happening here today. You know what I mean? But personally, it's going to be a bumpy ride, and you're going to hear a whole bunch of things over the next few months or so. And it's some are going to be worried, some are going to be happy, some are just not going to care. But $3 billion, when they valued it already around $5 billion, it's worth $5 billion. It's worth more than Chelsea, and Chelsea were bought for $4.2 billion in a rush.
Yeah.
So it's worried.
Tells me they want a quick sale. They want this done to start their NBA franchise. And then say, like, with the state ownership, I did my video late last night and about it all, and I was like, I don't want to be state owned. But then, like, the way I put it is, like, I was like this, I don't want to be state owned because of my morals. Yeah, morals is my thing, right? Knowing what happens in them places. But then I can't be a hypocrite and say it doesn't happen in the Western world. Look, Britain colonized everything. You know what I mean? So I can't be a hypocrite like that as well. But that'll be in the back of my mind all the time. But then I'll get an alert on my phone one day saying Liverpool in talks with Bellingham and Mbappe for January 2023 or something like that. And I'll be like, all right, I'm back in the room. You know what I mean? So I'm going to be a hypocrite no matter what. It's going to happen. Do you know what I mean? We're all right. I don't think anyone really wants state-owned clubs anywhere. But the way
morally,
the way football's going, it's going to happen to all the elite sides. Eventually, all the elite sides that are allowed to be owned, this will happen to. Obviously, it can't happen in Spain. They have presidential campaigns that own, take football clubs. Although Madrid's owned by the whole of Spain, let's face it. But, they can't have investors in like that. But all the elite sides in Europe are all going to be eventually this sort of owned. And Liverpool can't fall behind. This is the problem.
That's the
Liverpool need to start there. And the thing is, though, that's scary for rivals, because I know rivals don't want this to happen. And the reason rivals don't want this to happen is because when Man City got bought out, Man City were a mid-table team just coming back from 2 other leagues, getting back-to-back promotions, getting back in the Premier League. They got Stuart Pearce, they got McManaman and Fowler and all these old boys and stuff like that playing for their side. They got taken over by I can't remember his name now. I think it was Thailand, from Thailand, wasn't it? I can't remember his
right,
name now. And that didn't work. You know, they threw no money at it. He really weren't invested in the club. And then City were in lots of trouble. And then they got bought out, obviously. But they started from scratch. They literally started from scratch, Man City. Newcastle starting from scratch. Like you hear Aaron Shearer today saying that they need a new training ground desperately. It's the same since he played. Like nothing's changed there. You know, they need infrastructure in their club. And you look at Liverpool Football Club, we're starting at the top. So if new owners like that come into Liverpool and willing to invest, it's massive trouble for everyone. We'll be in the same market as PSG and Man City and Real Madrid, you know, every season. And the difference is now Liverpool will be able to equal everything. Them clubs are willing to pay players. And because Liverpool are up there, they're going to come. And that's
brilliant thing. It's a brilliant thing, Jamie, in some ways. But it depends on how it's done. Because you look at PSG and you look at, they're rich. They can buy anything they want as well, yeah. But they've got a whole bunch of kids that are, you know, chucking their teddies out, you know, the cot, you know, players on big, stupendous money. And they don't care about Liverpool. This is the only thing. I mean, I do like the philosophy of how Newcastle are slowly doing what they're doing. They're the richest club in the world. And we, you know, they don't look it right now, but you know what? They're buying very slowly and they're buying what they want. And I'm just hoping we can get someone with decent pockets that will actually give us what we need and still have the, you know, the consciousness, the you know, the mind of, you know, literally, you know, we're not going to be like a PSG or something like that. And that can happen, but we're never going to know. And, you know, like with Klopp, for example, just going into Klopp just very briefly, you know, before Klopp, we obviously had, you know, other managers that weren't as successful. Yeah. But at the end of the day, you know, at some point, Klopp will go, whether it's with these owners, whether it's with the new owners. And, you know, life goes on. Shankly started it all, you know, previously to him was what, Fagan, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he won how many trophies? More than Bill Shankly. So we move in it.
It was a madness back then. Obviously, as you're saying with Klopp, we can move on and all that. The thing is, though, with the wealth, if we get this wealth coming into the club, you could arguably say that, you know, you can easily move on from Klopp because of the wealth in the club. If you get an elite manager coming in, you know, you carry on. If we get this geezer from America coming in, then we need to keep Klopp because we need him to keep doing what he's doing now. So it is twofold, like you're saying. Just want to pause on it a second because there is some England news. So World Cup squad obviously gets named tomorrow, and Leicester City's James Maddison is apparently not going to be in it. How the hell you don't find room for James Maddison in the World Cup squad for England? I have no idea. Who's more creative in England's midfield than James Maddison? It's what has he got to do? And Ivan Toney might not make it either. Ashley Young got put into that 55-man team. What's that about? This is why I'm not following England in the World Cup. I'm going to do shit. Fucking Southgate and his loyalty. We'll go have Maguire at the back with Eric Dyer. Go have Pickford in goal. Harry Kane's going to play every minute of every single game and never be rested. Ivan Toney's not allowed to play. What I don't get about England, this is what I hate about England, going on a tangent. When they play friendlies in meaningless games and try other people out and see what they can do, Harry Kane still plays every minute. Why don't Tammy Abraham get all the friendly games? You know what Harry Kane can do. Why do you need to watch him? Give Tammy Abraham a go. Give Callum Wilson games in the England friendlies. What? It's just, I've had enough. I can't be doing it no more. I literally can't be doing it no more. And someone like James Maddison can't make the England team, but Marcus Rashford is being recalled for the World Cup team because he's had a few good months.
Yeah, it's all political.
It makes no sense. It makes no sense. That's why I'm supporting Argentina in the World Cup. Can't can't be doing with it, man. I can't be doing with it. But yeah, let's just get back to Liverpool there. I just saw breaking news. I thought I'd just let everyone know about it.
Mm.
So Steve Paluglia, whatever his name is, fucking looks like a whale. Yeah, he is the favourite. He's the bookie's favourite at the moment to buy Liverpool. Yeah, he's the bookie's favourite with Paddy Power at the moment. So there he is. And we're the dumbest fan base. Why are we the dumbest fan base? Why are you on here if we're the dumbest fan base? What have I said? What? Explain. Hang on. I think I saw something else she said as well. Right, hang on. LeBron's an American. Don't you love him? No. Why would I like LeBron James? I don't know anything about the geezer.
He's only got 2% in Liverpool anyway. I mean,
because he wears Liverpool tops and stuff.
Yeah, he can't even go into board meetings with 2%.
Gas and City go together like cereal and milk. Wow. What's that? Are you an Everton fan? No, you can't be an Everton fan. You said Scouse to see you're a mank. I mean, what is going on here? What is going on here? So this guy, he's valued at 3 billion estimated value. And as we said earlier to the guys in the chat, Liverpool are looking for a quick sell at 3 billion to get this NBA team going. He's good friends with John W. Henry. He knows John W. Henry and Tom Werner. They're quite close. The only problem is if he comes in, you look at his estimated value, he would have to take out a lot of loans against the football club to buy Liverpool Football Club. So basically, a bit like Man United and Glazers did. So he'll take out hundreds of millions of loans against our football club and be our owner. So straight away would be hundreds of millions in debt.
Yeah, I'm not having that. I mean, to be fair, I don't rate this guy.
Not a nice guy either. I've read about him as well.
He's not at all. And I don't think this is something that I'm hoping Liverpool don't. But this is the problem you see, Jamie. At the end of the day, a lot of these guys are friends. You know what I mean? They're friends. It's a problem. I don't want to be, no disrespect to any, American people out there or business people, but I don't want to see another American owning the club, because clearly you're looking at that their priorities are different things. This club needs to be on its own. It needs to be. I do appreciate people have other businesses and stuff like that, and that's cool. That's all well. But when you're owning percentages in, Serie A teams and stuff like that, and, inevitably he's going to be a portfolio guy. He's going to want to buy another club and stuff like that. Before you know it, would get passed around. It's like a car passed around with previous owners. I don't like that idea.
Now, the only thing I can think of, right, let's take, I can't stand looking at his face. Right, the only thing I can now think of is that if FSG are also knowing they got to sell because they can't compete financially against the biggest teams in Europe, which is, I've always said, is fair enough. If they're willing, if they know they need to sell, because let's face it, FSG could hold on to Liverpool forever and they'd make money. No matter what happens to Liverpool, Liverpool are a global franchise. The stadium's been built up. The revenue's going to come in, more commercial revenue. Liverpool always going to be a superpower. So they've always got to make money off Liverpool Football Club. They could own Liverpool, and they're always going to be making so much money. So for them to look at it and think, right, if we can't compete with your Cities and your PSGs and your Madrids and your Man Uniteds and your Chelseas, and they're willing to sell because of that, I'm hoping as well they will sell to the person that they knows is going to put money into the football club. Now, this might just mean me hoping for, them thinking they actually do love us when they probably don't, and we've just been a cash cow this whole time and a way of making money. But I'm just worried. Like yesterday, I was having a party with everyone on the chat. We was having fun. We're thinking we'll get Arabs and all that was in it. And Bellingham and everyone was getting their Mbappe and the Bellingham shirts for 2023 and all this stuff. We're having fun on that. But the only problem is sometimes the grass ain't always greener. And I said it earlier. What anyone wants to think of FSG, don't worry. Look at behind the scenes. We're extremely well run. There's no doubt about that. No debt. They don't take out any dividends in the club and pay themselves like the Glazers do, as far as we know anyway. And you look at the way the training ground's done. They've upgraded Anfield. I mean, they wanted to move Anfield firstly. But they got things wrong. I'm not going to kid around it. FSG got shitloads wrong, but they have got some things right. And they built the club up. Let's face it. They took it from Hicks and Gillette. They built the club up. They got the right man in charge. They got the right infrastructure in place, the right business plan, and it took us so far. Their business plan no more, and their role of how they develop sports clubs at this moment in time can't continue at Liverpool because everything else in Europe is further ahead of them, and they can't compete at that level. So the best thing to them to do is sell, all right? But yeah. I want them to sell, hopefully, to someone they think will actually invest into the football club. Now, part of me actually also don't think FSG want to lose a lot of percentage on the football club as well. I think they might still want a percentage share on the club. And even if it's like a 5% share in the club, I think they still want enough where they can be in board meetings. I think it's 10%, ain't it, if you're in the board meeting?
About that, yeah.
Yeah, if you're in a share. So they might still want something like that. So they might ask for an investor. I mean, their statement at first did mention they are looking for investors. I think they were looking at investors at Redbird to start with, but their investment into Redbird was actually into other sports franchises. It weren't into Liverpool. It was into FSG itself.
Yeah.
So I remember when everyone was getting excited about that, but it was actually just for FSG itself. It weren't for Liverpool Football Club. And so they might be looking for investment into that, but I literally do think listening to the guys over there and them wanting to start their NBA Vegas franchise, getting LeBron on that as well as the star. Yeah, they want to sell Liverpool Football Club. There's no way they can hold on to Liverpool, an NBA franchise, the Red Sox and the Penguins. You just can't do it. They're going to have to get rid of one. So it's going to be Liverpool. But I just hope they give it to the right people that want to invest into this football club because, you know, if I'd rather keep FSG than that geezer who's going to put us in millions of debt straight away. And he will invest even less than FSG. So I'd rather keep FSG, but let's hope we get someone else, man.
The thing is, like you said, all right, they have managed us really well because, you know, we're a brink of like ruins, you know, with the previous ownerships, but they've done so well. The club is not in debt as far as I know. Everything is there, the infrastructure. It's an attractive proposition for anyone. Do you know what I mean? Whether it's Arabs, whether it's Chinese, whether it's Indians, whether it's whoever, yeah. It's such an attracting thing. And the thing is, if we do get sold to someone like that guy that you just showed up there, I don't know much about him, but I have read a few little bits about him, then you know it's done out of bad faith. Because this club is very, very appealing. You know what I mean? Man United are a big club. But I tell you what, if the two of the clubs were up for sale right now, prospective owners would look at Liverpool a bit more because they don't have to spend a lot of money except investment in the assets, which is the club, the players. Everything else is good. The stadium, you know, they've done 2 bits of it. You know what I mean? It's a lot better. It's bringing in more money. The training ground, I know people would argue AXA actually paid for that, but you know, there is no debt. It's a good team to buy and still successful.
So Ricky said who's the right people, Jamie, the ones that want to get to the summit and stay there, that ain't no yank. Look, the best person that runs our football club is the one that's willing to invest into our football club. And I don't care who you are, you know, if you're willing to invest into this football club, the thing with American sports owners, they want to make profit on their investment, no matter what they bought them for. Yeah. So they want to make investment. They want to make money on their investment. People like the people that own Man City and PSG and all that, they don't really, they don't need to make profit. You know, it's just, they don't need to, so they can just spend. Roman Abramovich didn't really need to make profit on Chelsea Football Club. He just didn't. He could just spend because he had the money. That's what we need. So anyone who comes in is just willing to invest into the football club without having to worry about profit first and investment second. We need investment first, and profit's not even thought about.
Yeah.
And look, when you think about the price of the football club, yeah, and you say Chelsea are bought for just over 2 billion. How much were Newcastle bought for? Like 300 million or something.
But
Man City back in the day were less than a billion, 500 million or something. They had money because they weren't too much to buy. They had money to put down straight away. The other issue going around at the moment is no matter who buys Liverpool Football Club, state-owned, American, whatever, if it's 4 bills, it's a lot of money put down straight away. That's a lot of money put down into the club straight away. Are they going to invest straight away? Or do they want money back on their investment straight away? And the only way to get money back on your investment, if you know anything about the way money works in banking, is that you actually have to spend. You actually have to spend to make money back in your investment. So someone comes in with 4 bills, buys Liverpool Football Club, and they're not using money from a loan or anything like that to buy the football club. They're just outright buying it. Straight away, they go, I want investment back. So the only way to do that is actually spend and make the club successful. The club's successful, the club makes money, they get their investment back. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
So that's why I'd rather have somebody can come in, even if it's a consortium. Remember, Newcastle are the richest club, the richest sports team in the world with their owners, yeah? But there was still a consortium that bought them. It weren't just one person put all the money up for it. It was still a consortium. Even if that happens at Liverpool, as long as someone comes in and they're able to invest into the football club, I'm happy. But if someone's coming in just to make a profit on Liverpool Football Club, then we are in trouble. Simple as that.
The scariest thing is we do need investment. I mean, we don't need a huge amount of investment, like I said. Everything, the infrastructure's there. We're definitely an appealing buy for anyone. We just need, like you just said, a bit. If we could get maybe 2-3 signings, realistic, decent signings, yeah, that sets us up for a good few years. Do you know what I mean? We got good players, so it's a no-brainer. I mean, to be honest with you, anyone that does buy a club or buys anything, you got to invest, because that's how your business grows. At the end of the day, the value of it. If we did get someone, I know it's not going to happen, but if we got someone in before January or whatever, and you go and buy someone like a Declan Rice or a Jude Bellingham or a Enzo or something like that, that's going to give the club, a lot more. And before you know it, by the end of your accounts in 6 months' time, you've made money because the team are successful. And it's a no-brainer. And I feel even if we do get owners in, we got to be careful, because if we do get owners in that do actually invest in the beginning, they might think, okay, well, this is all what it needs now. Let's just put the money in now and just sit back and just relax like that.
That's probably what's going to happen at Chelsea, with Bowley. So he's come in. Obviously, he's spending, other people's money at the moment. And, it's not all his. He's got secret investors, ain't he? But at the end of the day, Chelsea will come to a bit where, right, we can't spend what we are spending now. We're going to have to do it like this. And, that will come to a time. And exactly with Liverpool, look, we could get an owner who comes in. It could be in America, comes in straight away and it's like, right, I'm buying the football club, but here you go. I'm giving Jurgen Klopp 200 million in January. We need to go and get the players. We need to get this club moving because I'm not happy where we are in the league. Right, so here's 200 mil. Go and get it done. All Liverpool fans, me included, everyone's going, yes. That's at last investment in the club. Then the next 12 months later, that could dry up. So that's the thing we got to be careful of. That's the stuff we got to be careful of. So the only way it don't dry up is that you actually get a state-owned football club. That is literally it. You have to get a state-owned football club for it not to dry up.
That's what a lot of people want. I know there's morals about state ownerships and stuff like that, but you know what? Even these people, like back in the days, like even in England, like when we talk about the LG, the gay community and the LGBT community, it wasn't recognized. It's now recognized because things move on. These other countries, Do you know what I mean? Eventually, things like this will be recognized or will be accepted or whatever. But the facts are, at the end of the day, when you look at a lot of these Arab or state-owned people that have bought into football clubs here, they've not done a lot wrong. You know what I mean? They've literally given jobs out to people. You know, they've, built up clubs more, protected the areas. Liverpool could have a huge investment in the area as well. It's not just the club. So I think sometimes, we've got to be open with it as well. But I'm very quiet when it comes to all of this. I am looking at the rumors and stuff, but I'm not overexcited because, like you said, it could fall into into worse hands. So,
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly. Also, look, with money, when you can got money, you can literally buy anyone. You've got to be clever with it at the same time. And I've always said this about Manchester City. I've always said this about Man City. Man City can afford to go and get your Messis, your Mbappes, whatever you want, and just give them whatever they want. But they don't. They are quite good in the transfer market. And they spent 100 million on Jack Grealish, but that's what you get when you buy British. It's ridiculous. But if you look at, they bought a Kanji for 15 mil, didn't they? They spend reasonably wisely on good players, and their wage bill ain't much more than ours, believe it or not. But what it is, they're able to sustain it every year. So every year they can sustain it, where Liverpool can't at the moment. We can't sustain it. So what we need is someone like that to come in, have a good structure about it. I don't want us going buying players that have got big names because the owner comes in and thinks, oh, he's got a massive name. I know him. Everyone knows him. Goes and buys him for whatever it costs. And he just doesn't work in the system that we want to play or the infrastructure that we got at the football club or under Jurgen Klopp or anything like that. And it doesn't work. And then you start to ruin the changing room and behind the scenes and all that starts to kick off. Like, I don't want Liverpool to buy like an Mbappe, put him on director of football, $1.5 million a week. Do you know what I mean? That would just ruin the club, and everything about it. And Klopp wouldn't stand for it either. He'd be off. You know what I mean? You don't want that. So I would like to do it how Man City are sort of doing it, by very good players, quality footballers for decent prices and keep that sustainable every single year. Go and get a Bellingham next summer. That's fine. Go and get a Bellingham next summer. If you come in before January, you've got money to spend, buy someone decent in January, buy a Bellingham in the summer. Listen to Jurgen Klopp. Listen to what he wants. If Klopp wants Bellingham, give him the money to go and get Bellingham. If Klopp wants a Barella, give him the money to get a Barella. Klopp's going to have money. We don't know what Klopp's going to be like with money either. You know what I mean? I'm shit with money. When when I've got money, I'm terrible. I go, right, when I've had a good paid month, when I've had a good month and I've got a bit of cash on it, no more Asda's for me. I'm going Marx's today to do my shop. You know what I mean? And I've got a bit of money. I'll have that. I'll have that. I'll have that. I'll have that. I get home and I've actually bought fuck all. You know what I mean? So I'm actually better when I don't have money when I do have money. So we don't know how Jurgen's going to be with money either. It's a strange time to be a Liverpool fan at the moment because
we've got to keep that ethos and that Liverpool about us. But that's why I said with the Newcastle thing, I really like the way how Newcastle have been. They got themselves out of trouble with relegation last year to keep themselves in it. They didn't go throw big names out. You know what I mean? They actually literally bought players to keep them in. And they bought like Isaks and stuff like that. They could have made noise saying that we want Mbappe. Here you go. Here's 600,000 a week or $1 million a week or something like that. They haven't. They've just, they're in top 4 at the moment. And they are slowly doing their thing, which is what makes them the most scariest team because you don't know what they're going to do. And I believe Liverpool need to go along those lines. To be fair, they need to have somebody in, but we need a Liverpool type or kind of someone that is going to be in charge of the day-to-day runnings. You know what I mean? The contracts, these and that and the other. If you go and get someone from from whoever's country it is or something like that, doesn't know too much, that's the problem. But Man City did, Man City have done well, but they have thrown a lot of money into stuff that wasn't successful as well.
Yeah. You learn from what you're doing, don't you?
Yeah, of course, absolutely. They've gotten a lot better since.
It's like Pat-Man says here, look, they spent 100 million on Grealish, but look, they got Alvarez for 17, Akanji for 15, and Zinchenko for about 6.
Yeah.
That's the sort of players we need to have. You don't have to spend 50, 70, 80 million every single on every single player. You can get quality players in for decent money, but then you keep that sustainable every single season. That's all we want.
Yeah.
We just want a sustainable club. That's all we are. We've got a sustainable club right now. I'm not going to be out of order to it all.
No.
We have got a sustainable club right now behind the scenes, but we just need to be a bit more sustainable on the pitch. And, you know, look, I'm not the biggest FSG hater. I've always been FSG. I've always been sort of like an FSG guy because, you know, I grew up like seeing Hicks and Gillette, the Moores family owning Liverpool and stuff like that. I mean, Hicks and Gillette were a disaster. The Moores family, I bet they wish they never sold it to them now. You know, and FSG in the last 12 years, look, they've done wrong. We all know they've done wrong. They've, trademarking Liverpool, stupid. The ticket price hike, stupid. Copyrighting the name Liverpool when it's an actual city and a country. You can't, it's just trying to move Anfield in the first place, stupid. Yeah. But then they corrected their wrongs, yeah? They built Liverpool up. I think we can all agree they built Liverpool up to a standard. They got Klopp in. They gave Klopp the key to the club. Klopp basically runs the club. They allow him to do what he wants. He's allowed to get on with it. And, the Coutinho sale helped the club out. Let's face it. And look, I know a lot of people go, right, if it weren't for Coutinho, we wouldn't have bought so-and-so. But not a lot of owners, when they sell their biggest asset, always allow their manager to spend everything. They don't always allow it, and they allowed him. He spent it all. We bought Alisson at the time was a world record. Van Dijk at the time was a world record. We've got Shaqiri in, Fabinho in. We've got Mane before that. We've got Salah before that. We got these players in, and the pieces started to come together. The problem is, what I've been saying is, with City, they can continue play at that playing field, can continue going every single transfer market. Where Liverpool can't at the moment. They can have a high like that for a couple of years, and then they come down again. They level out a little bit, might come down again and a little bit up, where City can just keep it level. And that's what we need to be. Unfortunately, in the day and age of football it is now, it's hard. It might be, people might not like it, but it's the way it's going to have to be because Madrid will always spend. PSG will always spend. City will always spend. With Bellingham at the moment, everyone don't think he'll go to Liverpool because we can't afford to buy him. But Man City, Madrid, Chelsea, Man United can. I want to be on that playing field.
Yeah, I'm worried about City getting him because obviously at some point Kevin De Bruyne is going, he's in his 30s now. They're going to need a replacement for him. That's what worries me, and you know what I mean. And we can get him because he has affiliation to Liverpool. His favorite player of all time is a Liverpool legend. So, do you know what I mean? We do need to be up there, and like you just said, when FSG have spent the money when we sold Coutinho, that's where we became so successful because we invested in the team. And if you invest in the team, sky's the limit. We nearly won a bloody quad last year.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm not always going to be like, I'm not always going to be like, I hate FSG. Like, I thank them for what they've done. I thank them very much for what they've done. I'm not going to lie. I can't sit here and lie saying we haven't been successful under them. That would be a lie. Could we be more successful? Maybe. But at the end of the day, look, we thank them. They go. That's hopefully they leave us a thank you gift before they leave. But, I still think we're buying in January. Even if FSG are still the owners, I still think we buy in January because because they know they're going to make so much money on the football club anyway when they sell it. It doesn't even matter if they buy in January. It's not like that's going to affect their profits because they bought the club for 300 million. They're going to sell it for anything between 3 and 5 billion US dollars. They're making so much money that them buying in January doesn't hurt their profit at all. So that's why I still see them. That's why I still see them buying in January. Maybe as a last thank you gift, but something will definitely happen. But
net spends over the 12 years hasn't been a billion or so, has it? It's still, they are literally walking to the bank. They're smiling all the way to the bank when they've sold Liverpool.
Oh yeah, they've made massive cash, man. But buying a club for 300 million and selling it for between 3 or 5 billion. And to be fair to them, look, from buying a club for 300 million and then selling it close to 5 billion in 12 years. That's amazing business. I don't care what anyone says.
Brilliant.
That's amazing growth. And even in this inflated market, that is amazing growth in 12 years. There's no doubt about that. There's no doubt about that.
It's the badge.
So, yeah, they know what they're doing business-wise, and they're good business people. But no, we need to. We need to. It's time just to move on, ain't it? Things move on in life, you know. Managers leave, owners leave. You know, the club stays the same, and that's the thing.
That's it.
Jamie, one thing I'm seeing in the past few days is our rivals are so worried that if we get oil money, it's going to be crazy because what we achieve with less investment. Oh man, it's going to be. Oh yeah, it's going to be nuts. Look, I don't blame rivals. I'm worried when Newcastle got taken over and they're nowhere near us yet. They won't only take 2 years of their investments. When Man City got taken over, they bought a bit. I think when Man City got taken over that night, they bought who was it? Who's that Brazilian they bought from Real Madrid? Robinho. Was it Robinho?
Yeah, Robinho.
That night as well, that same day, and he's like, they're off on the races now, are they? And it took them 2 years, and they won the Premier League. So, but Liverpool already up there. You know, you get 3 quality players in, and Liverpool they're away again. You know what I mean? And we ain't having this thing every week on the channels and on Liverpool YouTube channels. Liverpool in for Bellingham, and it don't look like it's going to be possible now because so and so. It'd be like Liverpool in for Bellingham, so we're definitely buying him. So you know what I mean? It's going to be a different world that we're not used to. But hopefully that is the world we come to because, as I say, I'm not all for it. You know, state owned, but if we want to compete and stay at the top, look, we have been competing without being state owned. Before anyone comes in the live chat, I'll get you. We have been competing without being state owned, but the problem is now, look where we are at this moment in time. You know, it's becoming more difficult. Year after year after year, it's becoming more difficult because the state owned clubs or the more wealthier clubs can pull away from us a little bit more every single year. And we can't just, you know, the more that happens, the further we're going to drop behind. And it's not to the fault of anyone. It's just that if you're wealthier than the next person below you, they can spend a little bit, you can spend a little bit, but it's like that all the time. It's like that all the time.
Yeah, you're always playing catch up.
Yeah, and where you want to be is level. So they spend, we're here as well. They spend, we're here as well. At the moment, that can't be the case. It's no fault to anyone's own. It's just the way it is. City got unlimited wealth. FSG don't. It's as simple as that. And I want unlimited wealth now.
Got to, man. Show us the money, man. You know what I mean? It's been so long. It's been so long that we've been able to buy, like, you know, not having to worry about because we bought a Van Dijk 2 years ago or a year ago, we're going to get less money to. We should be investing no matter what it costs. You know, you have a car, you buy a car, and at the end of the day, you're going to have to invest on it. You're going to have to repair it. Doesn't matter how much it costs. All right, you try and look at cheap parts for it, but at the end of the day, the cheaper it is, the less quality it is, isn't it?
Yeah,
doesn't
exactly. Exactly. So there's a report that 4 different bidders are all talking to FSG about buying Liverpool, and they're all from the same country. 4 different bidders from Dubai have come forward about potentially buying Liverpool from FSG. That's according to The Athletic, who claim the bidders have already been in touch with John Henry about putting an offer together. However, it's claimed that when pressed for evidence on the finances behind the bid, no such evidence was displayed. As a result, the conversations between the parties have reportedly ended. Although it isn't ruled out that a return will be made, The Athletic suggests that Liverpool's new ownership is likely to be American. There you go.
Well,
there you go. There you go.
There's a lot of, you know what, until you see it, seeing is believing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I think money does talk a lot. I'm sure, I'm pretty sure like even people in Dubai or people I heard the other day, I heard someone that was 1.3 trillion from Norway was linked with Liverpool. You know, you're going to hear a whole bunch of stuff between now and, and when they do their short lists. But I'm pretty sure no matter what it is in business, money talks, and you pay more than the next average. You know what I mean? You're going to get that club. It's as simple as that. We're just hoping it's not somebody that has money but just doesn't want to spend, because FSG are no donkeys.
No, they're not. That's the thing, and I think we're all getting our hopes up, and I just think it will be American owners. They're American. They got massive businesses all over America. So being that, there will know a lot of other American business, other sports franchises that they're close to. If they're hearing that FSG are putting Liverpool up for sale, they're gonna be like, yeah, let's just go for it. Let's just go for it and take the football club. Simple as that. And it will happen. It will happen. I think we're going to see. I think we're going to eventually see Liverpool Football Club owned by another American network. I mean, Jeff Bezos. I mean, if he wants to take it, I'm happy.
I wouldn't mind him. I wouldn't mind him.
But, yeah, it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah,
it wouldn't surprise me. It's just the Liverpool way, and Liverpool don't do anything easy. Do you know what I mean?
You know, I don't care who owns the club, so long as they're willing to invest. I don't care. I don't care.
That's what I'm saying. They invest. I don't care.
I'm not bothered. So long as
Bowley invested.
Yeah.
So if Bowley invested in Chelsea, if we had that same investment, this summer that Bowley had, Liverpool will be up chasing City right now. You know what I mean? So that's all we need. We just need that little bit of investment. So even at the end of the day, if it's an American, I don't think Elon Musk is American. South African, ain't he?
I don't know.
I've heard South Africa. He hasn't really got an American accent, is he? I think he's an American citizen now. I don't know if he's actually American.
Interesting.
Not sure. Let me have a little Google. I'm not sure. Might be. Just his accent's a little bit. Let's have a look. Yeah, South Africa, yeah.
South Africa.
He was born in Pretoria, South Africa, yeah. Yeah, I thought so. I thought he was. Musk is a deodorant. yeah, South Africa.
Twitter, isn't it?
Yeah, he bought Twitter.
Yeah. And he's also CEO of Tesla.
Yeah.
He's got good pedigree, but
yeah. But he's just spent like 44 billion on Twitter or something like that, isn't he?
He's a bit skint now, is he?
Yeah, he was born in South Africa, but I was American and Canadian passports, I believe. Aren't they? I hope there are very stringent oversight measures of any potential owners don't want another Hicks and Gillette. That's another thing as well. You've got to remember, like, the Premier League have got to accept these people as well. They've got to do their testing and all that. So I think look, I've said it already. I think there's going to be a lot of people that are going to have a lot of FSG ears on this. I think Spirit of Shankly are going to have some say. And I know a lot of people don't like it, but Spirit of Shankly don't want a state-owned football club. Simple as that. They just don't want it. And they have meetings, they're in with meetings with the owners and stuff. So they might have their ear. There's going to be media people that might have their ear, and not want to sell to. Like, I've just read out there 4 people from Dubai apparently, but FSG didn't believe they had the money to buy them. So I don't know them. It doesn't say who them people were that came from Dubai asking to buy the club. But yeah, we're
gonna see. We're gonna see over the next coming months. There's gonna be a whole bunch of speculation and rumors. And to be honest, it's because it's just happened. It's like you got those butterflies, but at the same time, I mean, like I'm just keeping it on the low until I actually see someone's name just constantly there and they actually have been putting the bids in. I'm not going to believe anything right now. It's not. It's amazing gossip and it's amazing. Like, it's amazing with all of that. But to be fair, just going to do our bloody heads in.
Yeah. Especially Kojak. Who's the top Reds? Because we're not. I don't know. Yeah. Okay. Spirit Shankly. The Spirit of Shankly, they do good stuff, guys. But yeah, Bezos is in the running to be my favourite American football team. Now, big up, Rods. How you doing, my man? You doing well? Links in the chat, Rods, if you wanted to come in. Where is the Spirit of Shankly? Sounds like they think they live in a fairy tale. What is it? So, Spirit of Shankly are a group that come together for Liverpool Football Club for, I think it started with the Hillsborough tragedy and stuff like that. And yeah, they got the club's heart at, but I'm not too sure. Jamie Muzzy doesn't equal success. You no longer have Edwards, etc. to use the funds correctly. Do you think you need to gut your structure too? Well, the structure would probably go with new owners. I mean, FSG's whole structure is at the football club. I think if Julian Wall, if he gets money, I think he'll do a job, So, yeah, I mean, it's interesting. We just don't know till it happens that Jamie no one on earth can compete with all money. It's saying that all money is different money, and sooner or later, most clubs will be owned by all money, or they'll be left behind. I think all the elite clubs will be. Yeah, definitely. Right, guys, we are going to talk about Derby now because there is a game tonight. It's not live, though, which is a shame for Derby, to be fair, because they're in League One. They're not really a League One team; they're more of a Championship side, but they got there because of administration, didn't they? It's a shame for them because they could have done with the TV money today, but when you got Villa, Man United, and Chelsea, Man City, they're the ones that they go be wanting to show. So, unfortunately for Derby Liverpool, it's not on TV tonight. But I like the League Cup. I sort of prefer the League Cup to the FA Cup these days, last few years, because I find it a bit more exciting. Because a lot of the teams put out their youngsters and mixed up teams and stuff like that. I think you get a lot of good games, really exciting games in the League Cup. Also, what I like about the League Cup, you see, it's your chance to see these younger players playing first team football, get proper teams. And I like it, Baz. I don't know about yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. I do like it. I mean, the FA Cup and the League Cup, they've always been like special things because it's watching grassroots in the FA Cup, and then you watch a little bit, it's a little bit more intense with the League Cup. And, we've got a very strong affiliation to that, to that trophy. Before Man City, Man City held onto it for like 4 years on the trot, and before that, we were the most successful cup, club with that cup. I do like the cup. It's now Carabao Cup, but yeah, I mean, we are current holders. So, I'll be following this competition very closely.
Yeah, look, I'd love to keep hold of it. Fair, I'd love to keep hold of this trophy. Obviously, it's called a Milk Cup back in the day as well. What a shit name for a trophy! What such a bad name for a trophy. But yeah, I think the Milk Cup was a Milk Cup, and then the EFL changed it and called it the League Cup. So it was Liverpool Raiders sponsored by Burger King Pac-Man's.
Yeah, I've seen that.
The Liverpool Raiders. I feel sorry for the Raiders. They moved franchise. How many times? Jesus Christ. Yeah, so the game tonight. What are we thinking team selection wise? We're going to do the team right now, actually.
Okay.
Because, it's going to be an interesting one. I think it might be quite a mixed side. We'll get it up right, yeah. So, I think they already said in press conference that Kelleher's playing.
Yeah.
It's good to see Kelleher back in the team. Very good number two. Very good number two. Obviously, arguably, he won us the League Cup last year against Chelsea.
Yeah.
His performances, penalty shootout, and all that. Did he get the winning penalty? He did, didn't he?
He did.
Yeah, he hit the winning penalty, and then was it Kepa ballooned his over, didn't he?
Was it Simicast or was it him? Or was that the FA Cup? I'm thinking.
I think that's the FA Cup, Simicast, and because it came down to the two goalkeepers in the League Cup.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Buried his and Kepa put his over the bar.
That's right. Yeah.
Right.
We're looking for that ball.
Yeah. Who do we think playing right back? Ramsey's playing tonight.
I'd like to see Ramsey play.
It'd be a good opportunity for him, won't it? He's just been called up to the Scottish first team as well. Big up the Ramsey.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, for real.
I think it's a time to play it for him to play, isn't it? Definitely.
Yeah, he's got to. He's got to get some games now. I think he's going to give Trent. If he's that steady, he's steadying on. He's gonna give Trent a good battle for that right back spot.
Mm-hmm. 2 centre back places. Nat Phillips come back into it tonight.
Yeah, I'd like to see Nat Phillips get into it. He's still a quality, defender, and he hasn't played at all, has he? And he's, I think he'll do well in this competition and in this game.
What are we saying, Nat Phillips, Gomez?
That's what I'm feeling. I'm feeling Gomez on the right of centre back, and then Nat on the left.
All right, yeah, I'm with you. And Gomez, where's Joey G? There he is. So Gomez and Nat Phillips. Who's playing left back, you reckon?
Yes, Tsimikas, I think, should get a game there.
Right, there's our goalkeeper and back four then. Midfield?
Right, midfield.
Got a few certain people coming back today.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I'd like to see Henderson in there. Just to make sure the kids are, looked after. He's current captain, so I'd like to see him in there. Give Flacco a bit of a break.
Don's gone with that. Curtis Jones, Hashtag and Hendo. Right.
I would like to see him as well at some point.
I think Stefan will definitely play. I think he will play tonight. He's been in the squad in the first team this season already, so
yeah,
I could see him playing in that number 6 role. Now,
I wouldn't have a problem with that.
There's a certain Oxlade-Chamberlain that's fit and ready. Is this a perfect game to play Oxin?
Yeah, I mean, I've in the other streams, I've actually put him as the right side of that midfield anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got a feeling Ox might play tonight. I mean, he's fit and ready. Klopp said he's fit and ready. So
why not?
He came on for about 2 minutes the other day, didn't he? So yeah, I think he could be playing this.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I wouldn't have a problem with that. I mean, he's there. He's earning his wages at the minute, so he's got to play in it. Why not?
Yeah, exactly. On the left-hand side, then?
I would have Curtis Jones. However, I know Curtis Jones likes to play forward, so I don't know if he'll play on the left forward, but I would definitely have him midfield. Yeah, you know what? He can go on the left midfield.
Right, there's your midfield. So your forward line. I'm going to say this now. I think Salah plays.
Okay.
I think Salah plays. Salah's not going to the World Cup. He's only got the Southampton game left. And I think that might be like, just have an hour. Have an hour against Derby. See if you can pick up a couple of goals. And, secondly, we ain't got many people who can play on the right. As well at the same time, apart from Harvey Elliott if he plays right forward or Ox plays right forward. I think Mo might play today.
Okay.
I think Carvalho plays today as well.
Yeah.
But I always go to play Carvalho in the false 9.
Oh, really? Okay.
I wonder if Klopp wants to try him out there. I've been saying for a while now, I think Carvalho is Bobby's replacement. And I think Klopp might want to try him out in that false 9 position.
Okay.
But I'm not sure. Darwin's going to the World Cup, ain't he? I don't know if he'll have any involvement tonight. I know a lot of people are saying Ben Doak. I just don't know if Ben Doak will go straight into the first 11. That's my thing. I think he might just be he might be on the bench or in the squad.
Yeah, I think he definitely will be on the bench, and even like Mussolowski, I think he'll probably be on the bench tonight. Hopefully, see him.
Liverpool fans love Mussolowski, but I don't think Klopp does. I don't think Klopp does, man. I don't think he has. Big up, Pat Man. Thank you for coming up the Rams. Yeah, 6 times. I'm probably starting Salah in this game. The only reason is he's not going to the World Cup. So he's only playing Southampton on the weekend. Then he's done. Then
I guess so.
That's my thing on it. I mean, we still want. I think Klopp would still want to win this game. So yeah, I'm going Salah.
Okay, yeah. I
Right,
mean,
I've just got to check on my kid. You
Yeah.
take over a minute, Baz.
yeah, no problems. Yeah, I mean, Salah is a good bet. Personally, I'd like to see him come off the bench. To be honest with you, if the team, a team are struggling, because obviously, there's a lot of youthfulness in there. Personally, I would have had where Salah is. I'd probably put Elliott there and play Carvalho on the left, and have Nunes up front. Nunes, the only reason why is because I think he does need games just to build his confidence up, and I think he'll fire. He'll score tonight if he plays. Definitely Carvalho does need chances, and he's been played a lot on the left anyway. So, that's my thing.
Big up realism. Big up, my friend. Big up.
Big up.
Yeah. Do you know what? I'm going to put Elliott there.
You're going to put Elliott there?
I think Salah might be on the bench. I wouldn't be surprised if he's in the squad.
Yeah, that's what I was telling the people. I think Salah definitely will be involved at some point in this game. If the game, if they are struggling, because there's a lot of youngsters there, I think Salah will come off the bench. He will get a game for sure.
All right, let's have a look, because it is coming to a time when the team. Apparently, Kanate is going to the World Cup with France.
Oh, is he?
Just coming out, breaking news.
Okay.
Big up Kanate. Deserves it, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Deserves it.
The right time as well.
Yeah, I'm happy for him. Definitely. That's good news.
I'm a bit selfish, I don't really want to see many of our players at the World Cup.
No, I get what you mean. But I mean, I don't think Kanate's going to play much. So, but at least he's having the experience of it,
Yeah, absolutely. And he's 23, isn't he? So he's fresh.
He's a baby, ain't he? Him and Saliba are going to be France's back two for years to come. And we did the right thing buying him instead of Upper Meccano. I know that. Jesus Christ. Yeah,
he's definitely the better of the two, in my opinion.
Right, who are we going for the rest of the two then? I think Carvalho plays in some.
Yeah, I think Carvalho will should play. The thing is, I mean, what I've put initially, this was my whole starting lineup, apart from Besicic. I can't pronounce him. And the one in the middle, I would have put Henderson there personally, but I do like the idea of having Besicic to play. But my front three, personally, I would have put Nunes in there. Now, the reason why is just a continuation of him, to get himself confidence and to play in the 9, because he's been playing a lot on the left. And I think with these two youngsters besides him, they will supply him. You know what I mean? But that's what I would have personally gone for. Or you can interact with them. You could actually have, Carvalho in the middle and then have Nunes on the left, because he's been brilliant there on the left anyway. Nunes.
Yeah, exactly. But if there's no striker playing, this is perfect, as you say, for him to play number 9 today.
Right. Firmino might be on the bench as well. So, there's always possibilities. Do you know what I mean?
This could also happen as well. Elliott, Jones, Stefan as your midfield 3. Ox plays right wing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ox plays right wing, Carvalho on the left and Darwin through the middle.
Yeah.
It gives Ox some minutes, see what he can do on the right-hand side. Because I've been saying this for a while. If Ox comes back into the Liverpool team, I see him playing on the right-hand side of the attack. I just don't see him in the midfield 3, because I don't think Ox has got the legs to track box to box in a midfield 3 and defend. I think you if you want to get the best out of Oxlade-Chamberlain, play him off the right-hand side in the forward position. Yeah.
I mean, I don't even mind him through the centre, because he's got that Ox about him. Literally, that's why his nickname is Ox. Besides the Oxlade, he is a bully. He can. He's got powerful runs, and he's got a ferocious shot on him as well. So but even on the right as well, he's definitely an option. Because look, when we had Salah and Mane out last year through the African nations, he done a job. you done a job for a bit. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. I think we might be very close to that being somewhat of a team. We might be. Sorry, guys, if you hear my son in the background, he's absolutely knocking the door down. He's having a moment. He's having a moment, shall we say? He's having a moment. Yeah,
listen.
Bobby Clark. Yeah, Bobby Clark could play. Bobby Clark could easily play today.
Yeah,
I think there's rumours that he will play as well. Oh my god, I'm gonna kill him in a minute. He's just been. Where does Bobby Clark play? Ain't he in the forward area?
He's in the forward area. Yeah.
Yeah. Right, why ain't it coming on? Where is he? I saw him earlier. All right, hang on. Let's put him there. Is he off the left, Bobby Clark? Yeah.
Yeah.
So it could be something like that, maybe.
Yeah.
And I think there's no reason not to play Carvalho in this game.
Yeah. I mean,
Elliot needs a rest. Jones needs to play some football. He wants to see what Stefan can do. He's a big admirer of Clark, and Carvalho needs to play. And Darwin, that could be. There you go.
That's not a bad lineup itself as well. I would take that. To be fair.
Yeah, that could be the team right there. And that should beat League One Derby.
It should.
Don says he thinks it might be Salah. There's a lot of rooms that Salah might play today because he ain't playing World Cup. Darwin's playing World Cup. There's only one game left, ain't there? So it's not like we've got to rest anybody. Because I saw someone else say earlier as well that wouldn't surprise me if Klopp went really strong. We ain't resting nobody because we've only got Southampton left. Klopp don't care about the World Cup. That's not his prerogative. We've only got one game left, and that's Southampton on the weekend. So he might just think, right, these boys need to carry on winning. So let's play the first team.
This is true. I mean, what in that team right now? I mean, what? Just Nunes? Nunes is going to the World Cup. Who else?
Yeah, right. I'll be right back. You keep going, mate. Keep going.
Yeah, I think Gomez is hasn't been announced, but he could possibly go, but he's quite injury prone. I would definitely go along with that squad. To be fair, I mean that selection for this game. I think it's important for Nunes to continue to stay, to play at this moment because he needs more games. I think he does need more games just to build him up. You know what I mean? And if you look at it, a lot of these are the kids like Ramsey. I know he's like, we bought him as a cover for the right back for Trent, but I think he definitely needs games and he's good with it. Tsimikas, again, he's a brilliant, replacement for, or, deputy to Robertson. The two over there, I mean, Gomez sometimes worries me a little bit at centre back. I think he's more better of a right back, but I wouldn't have a problem even with Konate just getting another game before the World Cup. But yeah, I mean,
everyone's saying play the kids, and I understand it, but even in the middle of a busy season when we've got week game after game after game, Klopp's not always mixed it up. He's mixed it up, but there's always first team starters playing, ain't there?
Yeah, and I think it's important because if you play the kids and you do have one bad game because they're not all playing together,
knocks their confidence, doesn't it?
It knocks their confidence, and then you don't get opportunities in the next round to play your kids because then your kids will never come and will not be playing in the Premier League. So I think to have the right balance, having a couple of fringe players, maybe one first team player and some academy kids is a good balance because the further you go, it's more experience for them in the next rounds if we're still in it.
Klopp might just want this winning feeling to keep going. The team ain't doing so well. He thinks if I've put out of a little bit of a stronger side out there, but might leave out all the players that are going to the World Cup, say, and then them ones drop out, and he plays the younger guys in them positions, and then keep that winning feeling going, and then go and beat Southampton on the weekend. Then everyone leaves from the World Cup a bit happy. You've won your last 3 games on the bounce. There's a better feeling about the club. You might be thinking it like that because I lost the derby going into the Southampton game when we ain't in great form, and that's on your mind. And then there's a World Cup, can leave a bit of bad taste. So maybe Klopp's thinking like that.
It could be, but at the same time as well, obviously, people that are not going into the World Cup or that are going into the World Cup, they're leaving them out because they don't want injuries and stuff like that. But when you look, they got to play against Southampton. You know, I mean, Southampton's a very important game. It's people would argue it's a bit more important than this. However, however, you know, I mean, one of these players, God forbid, can pick up an injury in that game. You know, it's possible, and we're going to play our stronger team for Southampton. So I think the World Cup thing for me isn't really a thing, you know. But it would be good to see. Like, I mean, I'm quite happy with looking at this team. It's a mix and blend. You've got like one or two, you know, starters in the first team. You've got a few fringe players, and you've got some spectacular potentials. You know what I mean? Bobby Clark and young Stevie in the midfield. So
I mean, that's a decent lineup. That's a decent lineup. I mean, I think a lot of people are looking forward to Steven Bakatic playing. I'd actually like to see Ox back in the team, see what Ox can do, to be fair. It'd be nice to see Carvalho get a proper run out in a game from the start. Bobby Clark, I like seeing the youngsters play as well. I like to see what Ramsey could do for 90 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know? And then I do think with our options in the forward areas, one first teamer is going to start. We don't have enough options. Kay Gordon's got a long-term injury. So Gordon's out. He's got a long-term injury, so he isn't going to play anything for a while.
And Jones, I think Jones is important because Jones' last game has played fairly well, in my opinion. You know, I mean, he's done all right, and he's still only 21. He's still very young.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Either 21 or 22. You know, if you look at Carvalho and Harvey Elliott, he's along that age. He's been around for a while, you know what I mean? And yes, he has picked up injuries and stuff like that. But the only way to get better is playing games. Do you know what I mean? So,
Totally agree. So, I think we'll leave it there, guys, on that team. I'm quite happy with that team if that's the team that plays. I just think Doherty has been good in the I just don't think Klopp will go for such a youthful front three. I think he might get pick two and have one senior player. It just wouldn't surprise me if Mo plays. It just wouldn't surprise me if Mo's the one who plays and Bobby Clark and Carvalho around him or something like that. But Mo plays through the middle.
Yeah.
But I think Ox starts this game. I don't know what. I just think Ox either starts. If Ox starts, he actually might start on the right hand side of an attack. And then, but Curtis Jones needs minutes. Steven Bakatic, he wants to see him play. So, and Ramsey, there's no reason Ramsey don't get 90 minutes here tonight. But I'm looking forward to it. It's actually going to be a decent watch. It's going to be a fun match.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's going to be a real fun match, and I can't wait for it. Right, guys, score predictions in the chat. Score predictions in the chat. What are we saying? What are you saying?
I think we will concede. Hopefully not, but it's just the way it goes nowadays, isn't it? Really,
the way we are.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what? I on the other streams I've gone 3-1, and I'm going to stick to that. I think 3-1. I think we can. Yeah, we should be able to navigate this game.
3-1, 3-1, 3-0, 3-1. Yeah, 3-0, some 4-0, some 3-0s. 8-0. 4-0, 4-0. 6-2, epic. 4-1, 6-2, 3-0 us. I just love Don. It's just an epic game. We should win no matter what. And then, look, Villa United, Chelsea, Man City. Some big teams are going to go out in this round straight away.
Yeah.
So Liverpool can win this game. It's a trophy. Look, it might not be a trophy everyone wants, but let's not forget, the more trophies we win, the more successful we are as a club, and the more we pull away from Man United with trophies won as well. So
I claim everything, including the Charity Shield. It's silverware.
Silverware, man. Win a trophy. It'll be our second of the season then. It'll be our second of the season. Let's just keep winning trophies. That's what we all keep moaning about. We don't win enough silverware, so let's keep winning it. As I was saying, United, like either City or Chelsea are going to go out tonight, and either Villa or Man United are going out tonight. Oh, okay. There you go. All right, forget our lineup. So I forgot about Leighton Stewart. Leighton Stewart. Pick up Leighton Stewart. I forgot about him, man.
Leighton Stewart, yeah.
I forgot about Leighton Stewart. He's a baller.
Oh yes, Leighton Stewart. It's true, you know.
I forgot about him, man. There you go.
Yeah,
There you go. If he's the one I'm thinking of that played in the pre-season, I'm just trying to work my mind back. I swear it is.
I think it was him.
Yeah. Neil Jones. I'm pals with Neil Jones, so I can ask him. But yeah, there you go. Believe Leighton Stewart starts up front for Liverpool this evening. Incredible moment for the boyhood Red, who has been through more than his fair share in the past couple of years.
It's true. Yeah.
So if Leighton Stewart is playing tonight, then I would expect one experienced attacker will play with him. Apparently, there remains a chance Liverpool sign Jude Bellingham, is saying as well. But we'll move on from that. That'd be great. I forgot about Leighton. I really forgot about him doing this. That'd be good, man. Leighton, Kay Gordon's got a long-term injury, Diogo. He's got a long-term injury. Leighton Stewart, man. If you watch the kids play on Liverpool TV, he's a decent little player. He's a Scouse boy.
Yeah,
decent little player. If he's playing, I expect one other sort of youngster like an Elliott or Carvalho to play alongside him, and then probably Salah. That'll probably be the front three. But yeah, I'm hoping that's true because it makes me happy that I like to see this play. Yeah, as long as we win, man. Big up to you. Right, guys, we're going to leave it there. Thanks to everyone for joining me today. I appreciate it. I've got to go and do daddy duties now. But thank you very much, guys, for coming on. Everyone coming in. Baz, thank you very much for coming on as always. Let everyone know where they can find you, mate.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. Make sure you're smashing the likes on Jamie's and make sure you're subscribing if you haven't already. You'll find me on LVFC TV. It's in the description. Just miss out the Baz. Baz is just my name. But yeah, LVFC TV, all in caps. And my socials are on my channel on the far right. So look for that. And yeah, I'll be on other streams. But yeah, thank you.
Welcome. Guys, there's over 80 people in here. But go over and make sure you subscribe to Baz. He's a good fella, guys. Help him get his channel moving.
Thank you.
So, guys, I'll be back tomorrow sometime. Make sure you got your notification bell on. Not sure what time yet because I've got school runs and everything tomorrow. So you know how that is. So, guys, make sure you tune in tomorrow. Make sure you hit the notification bell. Don't forget to hit the like button on the way in, on the way out. Leave comments underneath the video and I'll read them out, guys. Big up to everyone joining today. Much love, much appreciation.